So today's drama involves a Twitch ambassador and a new feature rollout to Twitch that a lot of people are having mixed feelings about. So the feature in question is this feature called Knock. So Twitch tweeted this on August 19th, tweeting, "Knock knock, streamers can now collaborate with other Twitch streamers who are live without any advanced setup or planning. Look for the collaboration icon to find a streamer in your network who's open to collaborating with you and click Knock to get started." So a lot of people are having mixed feelings about this. Shalili, knock knock, who's there? Unwanted feature. For real though, please let us opt out of these. Bao the Whale tweeted, "Why in God's name did anybody think this was a good idea? I have to turn it off every stream?" On the flip side of the coin, we have ssocialsl tweeting, "I actually love this idea. The fact it can knock on small streamers' doors to say hi and meet some new people is amazing. Or crashing into a friend's stream without having to join their Discord voice chat. Y'all are missing the point. It's a step in the right direction. Gotta walk before you run, so everybody needs to stop hating life so much and appreciate that new features are being worked on and effort is being made. This negative energy bandwagon shit is so annoying. It's like nothing makes people happy anymore. Appreciate it for what it is, SMH." Rudy Coin tweeted, "No offense, I'm sure you're great, but I would be so nervous if you or any other big streamers randomly knocked at my stream, because I don't know you or how your community will interact with mine. Could be trolling or not, but my community's safety first would be the most important." Tail says, "Absolutely, so don't use it, I understand." I think Bonesy put out a really great response, tweeting, "It's a great idea that just needs some tweaks to mitigate potential harassment. The potential to abuse the system is far too easy without an option to opt out. I don't think people are being negative without reason. Some just lack the ability to give constructive criticism, unfortunately. As far as walking before running, this is an update to an already existing feature, so I don't know. I think they could have run a program to trial or opt into instead. I love the way you want to use it though. There's definitely plenty of good to come from this." Tails replied, "I mean, clearly they wouldn't launch something without moderation. I know for a fact there will be tools to protect the streamers, so for people to assume doesn't make sense to me. And clearly you can turn it off if you don't want to use it, so I just don't get people's logic sometimes. I think people need to focus on the good rather than the bad and see positives, unlike other platforms who aren't spending the money or putting the time into creating new features. Something like this will always be a walk before it's a run, regardless if it's an update to an existing feature. It's something, and I love the idea. Definitely potential for a lot of fun ideas, absolutely." I mean, I definitely think it's something that could be a good idea, right? Twitch, for the longest time, for the past year, have been competing with Discord. Again, a lot of streamers have Discord servers. These streamers with their Discord servers are using it to host collabs, etc., because that was the only way that you could go and collab with other people and have their cams up. Twitch, being a social media platform, recognized that a big chunk of their audience is migrating to a different platform. And obviously, in their best interest, they want to mitigate this migration as much as possible. So obviously, by creating a feature that can mimic Discord but keep people on Twitch, that's just what the company is going to do. This is basically a predicted outcome. Same thing with stories and how literally every single social media platform, including Twitch, made stories, because for the longest time, Snapchat was the only platform that allowed you to post vertical images and stuff like that for 24 hours. And Instagram recognized that, hey, if we create this, then nobody's going to go to Snapchat. Everybody is going to keep using Instagram. And that's exactly what happened. It just makes sense from a business perspective. Then we had this tweet from Evil Toaster, tweeting, "Now when people ask me, what does being a Twitch ambassador mean? I can say I told them to make this feature and they actually heckin' did it. I can't wait to give it a try." And for context, Evil Toaster is a Twitch ambassador. Evil Toaster tweeted, "Muted this a while ago because I ain't subjecting myself to y'all's brain rot. But if it wasn't obviously clear, me telling Twitch, please add better features for collabing and making collab organizing and communication easier is not the same as me deciding exactly how that's executed." Evil Toaster said, "And the amount of people saying, quote, nobody asked for this, end quote. Bro, none of y'all asked for anything. You actually need to grow on Twitch because you have no idea what you're doing. Collab content is proven to be extremely effective, but you refuse to engage in it because you're terrified of people." So I can completely understand how somebody wants to be really happy about suggestions that they made getting listened to by the company and implemented. I do think tone is also really important though. They do sound very angry here, and there was a lot of responses to this one. We have OKDTTV tweeting, "This is such an odd thing to say as a Twitch ambassador to other streamers just because you're receiving genuine criticism about an idea you took credit for initiating. In what position are you to tell other creators they have no idea what they're doing?" Poffle said, "That's an awful take, sorry Toaster. This is just insulting to the countless streamers who do know what they are doing. The fact you do think collabs are a proven way to grow is a testament to maybe you yourself don't know it all. There is a reason collab debuff is a thing, dude." Kumo Goro Goro tweeted, "I think you make a very fair point in, quote, not the same as me deciding how exactly that is executed, end quote. Saying other Twitch streamers have brain rot and saying they're terrified of people is kind of disappointing to hear from a Twitch ambassador." Leah Kitty says, "Yes, I have social anxiety, and so I am terrified of interacting with people. Brain rot and disagreement with how an idea is carried out is vastly different. This response isn't cool at all." I will say too, like as somebody that does advice content teaching you how to grow in a social media platform, there is no one size fits all. There are obviously methods that are more successful generally than other methods, right? Like streaming aimlessly honestly, on Twitch, 12 hours a day is generally not as productive as, making videos on TikTok to blow up. There's many different ways to blow up. Collabing is one way. I know streamers who have blown up strictly off of only collabs. I also know streamers, myself included, who blew up through other means, like growing a TikTok audience, or some streamers growing a YouTube audience, or other streamers for other various methods, means, etc. It's not one size fits all. So while you may have blown up through collabs and take a very, very big heart to, trying to make collabs more accessible, I do think saying or implying that nobody knows what they're doing because they're not collabing is kind of the tone that I'm reading through this. And that's definitely not the greatest attitude to come from a Twitch ambassador. If you are a Twitch ambassador, you're somebody that is representing the company. Definitely not a great look. And Cerner VT tweeted, "Yikes, you're a representation for the VTubing community, streamer community, and a face of Twitch ambassadors. And you're acting like this? This is so rude to streamers who work incredibly hard, know what they're talking about, and just happen to disagree with you." Craven replied, "This is the same person who would call people in the middle of their streams and get upset in chat when they don't answer, so I'm not surprised they were the ones that implemented this." Kisa VTuber said, "Not surprised TBH, at one point, after just getting out of an awfully toxic relationship, he tried to guilt trip me into feeling bad about not making plans to hang out and play with him." And there's even more people like Azhara, I hope I'm reading that name right, stating, "This dude likes to barge in uninvited and try to take over streams. Makes sense why they would like a stupid feature like this." And looking at Evil Toaster's page, they so far as of filming on August 20th haven't made a follow-up statement to that tweet. But anyways, going back to the knock feature, there has been allegations that this potentially could dox you. Lucius Merriweather tweeted, "Warning for VTubers. Apparently using this feature automatically turns on your webcam. What were they thinking?" And disclaimer, this only happens if you're the one sending the knock knock request. Obake says, "What, Mary? Thank you for the heads up. What the F?" Reality Brielle says, "Doesn't this count as doxing then? Twitch surely has no chill these days." Jellificent says, "You've got to be joking. It was already problematic without that knowledge. Now Twitch is trying to potentially dox people." Gambu provided additional clarifications. "It prompts for camera access on the site." I'm not pronouncing this correctly. "And if OBS is using your camera already, it'll just be a black screen unless you're using something like OBS or Elgato virtual camera. Definitely recommend being mindful of the permissions you allow when prompted by your browser." So from my understanding of all of this, what Gambu is saying with the camera, if you already have an instance of your camera open, like if you already have your camera open in OBS, it's not going to open your camera again. Your camera cannot be open in multiple instances. So you can't have your camera open in OBS and Discord at the same time. You can't have your camera open in Discord and Twitch's knock knock or whatever. From my understanding, if your browser already defaults to accepting camera and microphone permissions, like how with your browser, typically there's a pop-up if you're using something that's like, "Can we access your camera and microphone," right? And then you have to allow it. If you have it set to automatically allow, that is probably where this doxing is going to occur. Don't take my word for it because I have not tested this feature yet. I've been on vacation, so I haven't actually streamed yet and had a chance to test things out, but that's my understanding of this, right? And then we have VTuber Milky Mew providing a tutorial on how to turn this off. So they tweeted, "How to turn this off. Go to your collaboration panel, click on permissions, uncheck everything. Only people you manually favorite can knock on your stream. In my case, that list is empty. Twitch didn't put a way to actually disable it, so that's the only way for now." For some reason, by default, everything is checked, which means that an affiliate channel you've never interacted with could be knocking on your stream asking to collab. Literally nobody wants that. For everybody that can't find it, go to your stream manager, top left, edit stream manager panels. A plus will appear on the right side, hover over and click collab and uncheck everything. So I have my creator dashboard open. I'm going to walk you through it just if you are a visual learner, but shout out to Milky Meal for the actual walkthrough of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to your creator dashboard, go to your stream manager, and then in the top left where it says stream manager layout, click this drop down, click edit stream manager panels. On this right, do you see this plus like right above my webcam? Hover over that and you see collaboration, and then under permissions. So normally these are default checked, right? So we're just going to go and boop, boop, uncheck all of that and you are good to go. And what Bao was talking about, I have to turn this off every stream. It's this thing right here where it says pause collaborations on your channel. When you click that, there's the option to pause collaborations for 1 hour or for this stream. There is no option to turn it off entirely, which I do think Twitch needs to implement. So yeah, this was definitely a really messy feature update. What are your thoughts on this feature? Are you a fan of the knock feature? Do you plan on toggling everything off and not using it? I'm curious on your thoughts, so let me know down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to check me out on Twitch. I do stream 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. I'll be back soon. I'm recovering from jet lag. So yeah, I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos. Peace.